Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a fabric haul and vlog. I recently went to Brussels, and when I say recently I mean like yesterday, so I thought I would show you everything that I picked up while I was out there. I didn't actually go there for fabric shopping, but when I got there I did a little search and there are a fair amount of fabric shops in Brussels, so I figured I might as well show you everything that I got up to. So we were in Brussels because our friends from America came to visit Europe and they were in Brussels, and I live really close to one of the Eurostar stops before you actually leave the UK in Ebbsfleet, and I'm talking like 5-minute walk from my house to the station, jump on a train, you're in Paris, you're in Amsterdam, you're in Brussels. So it was only 1 hour and 35 minutes that we thought we'd go on a cheeky weekend holiday. We left on the Saturday morning, met up with them for dinner, had brunch the next day, and then went back home. So yeah, that's what I did this weekend. But I did manage to find a whole ton of fabrics while we were waiting for our friends to arrive. I had like 3 or 4 hours to kill, so I thought I would kill those hours by doing my most favorite pastime, which is shopping for fabric. The best thing about the Eurostar is that there isn't really, well, there is a luggage allowance, but there isn't a weight allowance. So I did come with a suitcase and it was kind of empty when I got there, but when I came back I just filled it until it was like so heavy I couldn't even carry it. But it's fine because we're on a train, we're not on a plane, so I didn't really actually need to lift it over my head. I just put it in one of the compartments that were at the bottom, and then I just wheeled it home. It was really simple, and I don't know why I don't use the Eurostar more often. It's literally 5 minutes from my house, and I think I might wait until they have their next sale. Normally they do these sales where it's like £29 one way to Paris and Brussels, and I think like £45 one way to Amsterdam, so like return it's like 70 or like £90, which is so cheap. So I think what I might do is every time there's a sale like that, maybe just book myself a weekend or maybe even 2 weekends over a couple of months and just like go to Europe, because like why not? It's literally there on my doorstep. Like I should be doing this. So yeah, this is the vlog of how I got on. If you want to check out my Instagram stories, I also documented in real time there, so that will be already in the highlights. And yeah, I will show you what I got on the other side. Enjoy. Guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am currently in Brussels. I'm only here for 2 days and 1 night. We just arrived about 2 hours ago and we're going to be meeting our friends for dinner, and that is the whole reason why we're here. But before that happens, which is about 6-7 o'clock this evening, I am going to go do some fabric shopping. So I had a little Google search. There are a lot, so I've picked 3 that look interesting, and I'm at the first one now, which is right here. Let's go see what there is. Alright, let's go. I believe that is a sale sign, which is amazing. So, oh wow, this looks busy. As in, there's like a lot of stuff here. Alright, let's get stuck in, yeah! Okay, so I'm currently walking around the Maison de Tissu. Who knows if I'm even saying that right? Don't laugh at me. This place is big. They're like, I didn't realize, it looks like a little store. It looks like a little store when you walk in the front, but it goes really far back. Like right now I'm in like the depths of the store, and there is just fabric piled everywhere. As you can see, we've got a little section where they've got like ribbons and stuff, and a button section. It's like there's a lot, and I just found a section where it's €5 a meter, so we're gonna go and have a look. Can't even get in there, there is so much, but I'm gonna get stuck in. I'm on the lookout for some ripstop fabric. I think I want to make some like waterproof type Anaraki type stuff, but also, you know, glittery things. Like this is pretty, look at these stars. Oh, there is like literally so much, I don't know. Who even knows? I'm very excited though. so just came out of the first fabric shop. There is a lot of stuff in there, and yeah, some of it is very, very pricey, some of it's quite reasonable. Luckily it was in the sale time, but classic me, didn't actually buy anything that's in the sale. Full price items. I got 2 fabrics and I spent 70 euros. Now that might be a lot, but I did buy 3 meters of one and 2 meters of the other, and they're kind of specialist fabrics, so I'm not actually too mad at it. So anyway, on to the next place. So this is the next place where I'm trying to get to, apart from there's this in the way and I'm on the wrong side. So 10 minutes later. Okay, so I've come across a bit where we've got some like out of print patterns going for 5 and 7 euros. So I found this pattern that looks just like the old Celine bags. So I figured, yeah, why not? I'm gonna have a go. Getting that. Okay, so it's starting to get dark now. I've been to 2 fabric shops. I'm going to my 3rd and final one. I'm in a completely different part of town. Definitely never been here before. But we'll see how it goes. Nearly there now. Okay, so I thought I was lost for a second, but it turns out I was going in the right direction. That's what happens when you try and take a shortcut without actually looking at the map. But here I am in the canal area, and there are 2 fabric stores which are very, very close to each other, and I'm gonna go to. Should I try and pronounce it? No, I'm not gonna embarrass myself like that, so I'll just show you. Okay, so this is the first one, and then there's one just over there. I think it's probably the same store, and it's just over there. So we're gonna go check them out. So let's go. This place is very, very big. I mean, like, yeah. This place closes in an hour, so I've got to be quick. I'm gonna be very quick. I'm sure we can do this quickly. We're gonna try. You know what? I should have come here first. I should have come here first. It's really, really big, and I think I need more than just like 20, 30 minutes. I'll come back tomorrow. This place is amazing. That's a plane. Okay, I'm all finished, and now I'm just waiting for my Uber outside the store. Yeah, it's been a good day. I only ended up going to 3 stores, but I still managed to pick up quite a bit. So I will show you guys when I get home, and you can see all the fabric that I got. Okay, so that is the vlog. What I didn't actually show was the final fabric place I went to, and that's because it caught me by surprise. This one, as we were walking to the station, the main station, we actually walked through this market, and I think the market's only open on a Sunday, and as we were walking through the market, there were several fabric stores, and I just thought, because you know I love going to like the market fabric stores, so that's where you find really cheap fabric and sometimes surprisingly good quality. So I did pick up a couple of pieces there, and it was like 2 or 3 euros a meter, so that was great. So okay, where to start first? Oh god, I love fabric hauls, don't you? Okay, first of all, I'm just gonna tell you that my French is actually atrocious, so you know, just disregard every pronunciation that I've done wrong, okay? Okay, so the first place that we went to was Maison de Tissu. I think that's how you say it, Tissu, Tissu, Tissu. I'm sure you saw it in the vlog already. It was a little shop front, but when you went through it goes like really, really far back, which is great. And they had quite a few different types of fabric in there, and it didn't seem to have any kind of order to it or any kind of organization. Like you had like a jerseys that were kind of together, but then right next to them you had silks, but then in those silks were like scubas, and then there was like these like beautiful brocades. Everything was kind of just like all over the place, really hard to navigate, but also like so much stuff to look at. Some really, really beautiful like intricate and detailed fabrics that they had there. So like the sequins, the brocades, the embellished stuff, they had a ton of that stuff, but it was also really, really expensive. So this is the first fabric that I picked up. It's a mesh material with I don't actually know what kind of stuff it is. It's like a shiny overlay that's kind of been like, I think probably heat pressed into it. As you can see, the design is quite random, but I really, really liked it. I've got a few meshes, but nothing like this, and I thought this would make a really good overlay to a dress, or even like one of those maxi skirts that has like a little skirt lining underneath, and then this just kind of goes to the floor. I got it because I thought, you know what, I like it. They had it in gold, but it was much, much better in the black, so I stuck with the black. I picked up 2 meters of this, and this was, I think it was like 13 euros altogether. Yeah, like I still think it's kind of expensive for what it is, but I also really liked it, so I thought, why not? So that was the first thing. I did see this green, like teal green fabric. It's actually really, really, really nice, and I think the way that the camera shows it a little bit more blue than green, so it's more kind of green than blue, but it is really, really beautiful. This is a gabardine, and it's been treated already, so it is waterproof, and I'm gonna make a trench coat with this. I saw this and I thought this would make a really cool like spring/summer trench coat, something that's water resistant but also like really, really nice and like quite easy to put through a machine. So I did consider making the duster coat, which I have a pattern for, but I think I want to make a proper trench coat with the vents and the flaps and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna have a crack at that, but I am excited to make it. So I picked up 3 meters of this, and this one was 16 euros a meter, but I didn't mind because this is like a waterproof fabric. Normally fabrics that have been treated are a little bit more expensive, so I was okay paying that. So I think altogether it came up to like 10, 20, like 60 or 70 euros altogether. I went to Maison du Riz, which was literally about 5 minutes away from the first store, so I thought, oh well, that's just perfect, I can just walk along. This place was also very, very big. It had 2 floors. Upstairs was upholstery and like home materials. Downstairs had kind of like everything you could imagine, and in the back there was like a big like homeware section along with a big table full of remnants. Naturally I went to the remnants first. They were all having sales, which was great, but they definitely had a lot of expensive things, much like how Britex Fabrics is in San Francisco. A lot of their stuff, designer fabrics, very expensive, and there wasn't really a lot where I thought, oh yeah, okay, I can make this. There was a lot of prints, and there was some beautiful, beautiful silks, which I absolutely loved, but they were like 99 euros a meter, so I thought, maybe not today. So I didn't actually get much from this store. I did pick up some patterns, however. They had a pattern and haberdashery section, which I was kind of perusing in, and they had the whole section full of out of print patterns and things like that. And they also had these little 5 euro bags full of like elastics and trims and buttons and whatnot. So I had a little look around there, and I found 2 patterns, which one of them I'm actually pretty like shocked. I didn't even know this pattern existed, and if I'd known around the time, I probably would have bought it then. First one is this Vogue pattern, which is Vogue 9077. It's actually just like a shirt dress type thing. Has like 3 different options, whether it wants to be like sleeveless, short sleeve, long sleeve, or with like a full skirt or a pencil skirt. I think it's quite nice, and it also looks quite an easy pattern, something that you can do in like pattern fabric as well as like the many planes that I've got. So I figured it's something that I will probably use quite often, and it was only 7 euros, so why not? The next pattern that I saw that was also only €7 is actually an accessory. It's a bag. Now this year I am going to be trying a whole lot of new things, so expect some videos, me do some shoemaking, bag making. We're gonna try making hats. We're gonna try making all the things, because you know, if you can make clothes, I'm sure you can make other things. So we're gonna try that all. One of them would be this pattern. Now, as soon as I saw this pattern, I totally thought of the old school, not even old school, just like from like 2 years ago, the Celine bags, especially that top red one in the corner. Now, I actually really liked these bags when they came out, but they were so expensive. So just having a pattern that looks similar, I'm not trying to like make exactly the same, but even something that is like remotely similar was enough to catch my eye. So I totally went for it, and I'm gonna have a go making it. You can make these with leather and whatnot. I actually just recently ordered one of those like leather working kits with like the forks that you make the holes and stuff in. So we're gonna do a little unboxing, and we're also gonna try and make something out of real leather, an accessory, purse, bag, whatever. So yeah, look out for that video coming soon. So yeah, I bought those two patterns, and then I also found something that I really liked in the remnants bin. Now this fabric here is like a, I don't know, see on camera this is showing up as red, but I would say this is probably like a rust color or like a burnt orange. It is really nice, and it is like a kind of like suede type material, and it's something that you would normally use for upholstery. But I had a vision as soon as I saw it and I touched it. I had a vision of a dress in this, and I know exactly what type of dress. So I am going to go on a hunt for just the pattern for the skirt portion, because I know how to make the top. I just need to make sure I get the skirt bit right, and then I will be showing you this one. This is like for summer, even though the fabric is quite thick. I think it's going to be a really good year-round outfit, but it will definitely be like an evening type dress. But this I'm very excited to have fun with this, and this was going for €10 in the remnants bin, so very happy with that. So altogether that was 24 euros spent in Maison Dorée. Okay, so on to the third and final store that I went to. It was kind of getting a little bit later on in the day, it being winter still, sun was going down, and then I got completely lost. When I did finally find the place, this place was in like the canal area, and this is called Le Tissu de Chien Vert, which I believe means the fabric of the dog, or the fabric of the green dog. Yeah, so the fabric of the green dog. And yeah, they've got two stores, which are kind of like, one's on one side of the canal and one's kind of like down the road. I went to the bigger one, and I'm glad I went to that one first because it is absolutely massive. So big. I didn't have time to go to the other one because I got there at 5 o'clock and they closed at 6. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to spend all my time in here, because I didn't realize when you go into a store and it looks tiny at the front, and then you actually go in and it's a warehouse, you know you're gonna be in there for a long while. I went in, it was amazing. I had a great time. There was so much fabric there, and they had a whole section of the building which was just sale stuff, the coupons. So I was just like, wow, look at this. Do you know what this means? I had like a moment in the store because there was just so much, and I wanted everything, and I didn't have enough time. So let me show you what I got from there. I tried to be pretty good while I was there. I only picked stuff where I was just like, yes please. I did go in the sale section first before I went to the full price stuff. Even the full price stuff though, at the moment, is on sale. Everything was kind of like 20% off, 30% off, 40% off. That's good. This fabric here, which is just like a, it's like a stretch crepe, really pretty pattern. As you can see, it's got like a green and then a blue and white stripes along with this really pretty like leaf print that goes all over it. Really nice, would make a really good jumpsuit for the summer. Now this, it was 2 meters and they were selling it for £7.50 a meter. So basically this was 15 euros for the whole thing, which is great. And it's also like quite a wide material too. So I can definitely get a good like outfit out of here. And yeah, got a nice little stretch crepe. Very nice. So that was like the first thing I picked up. Second thing I picked up from the coupons area was this fabric. So this fabric kind of feels a little bit like a linen, but it's got a little bit of stretch in it, so it's not a completely natural material. And it's like this, like, I want to say animal print. But looking at it up close, it just looks kind of like splodges, and it also looks like there's stripes in here, but it's got like really nice muted tones. We've got some peaches, there's a little bit of yellow in here. It's really nice, and it's not black, it's grey. So this I thought would make a really good pair of pajamas. I'm actually looking to make some nightwear. I find that these days I'm just like wearing t-shirts and jogging bottoms and stuff, and I thought, you know what, I think I want to make a little bit more of a statement when I go to bed now. I've got to that point in my life where I want to look good while I'm sleeping as well. So yeah, I've brought some fabrics that I can make myself some summer pajamas with some shorts and maybe a cami, and then I've also got some other fabric which I bought ages ago for some winter pajamas that are going to be like long trousers and like long sleeve shirts. So yes, very excited to make this, and this was 1.7 meters and it was 7 euros a meter. So I was quite happy with this fabric as well. So while we're talking about making pajamas, they had a ton of beautiful cottons with so many different prints. They had like an entire like room just full of cottons, all the prints you can imagine. This was one of the full priced ones, but it was also 20% off. So this was going at $8.60 a meter, but I really liked the print. I thought this would make an amazing pair of pajamas, whether it be a pair with like buttons or maybe like a cami. This would be really cute with a pair of shorts. I just thought, yes, I really want this. So I actually picked up 3 meters because I thought I might make a pair of trousers and then I might also make a pair of shorts to go with the camisole. So yeah, and it's a really pretty like a leaf pattern, like palm fronds. It's like in this turquoise green, and it's also in like a light grey on a cream background. So I picked those up. The last thing I also picked up, going on with my love of like nature type fabrics, was this jersey. Now this is like a really nice like knit jersey. It's very sturdy. It's not like super flimsy. It's quite thick actually, and it's got enough stretch, enough give that you can make a really nice fitted dress and it will like hug those curves. So I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna make with this. I did think about a dress. I also thought about a jumpsuit. I thought about a two-piece. There's like a lot of stuff that can be made with this, and because of that I picked up 3 meters instead of my standard 2 because I wanted to have more options, or maybe make a bunch of separates depending on what I make, so I have more wear out of them. Maybe one top and one bottom. Doesn't mean I have to wear them together. It just means that I can wear it as a top or as a bottom. So yeah, and this is like a really pretty like leaf. It's like really dense leaves with like these like brown flowers in them, and as you can see, it just looks really nice. Like looking at the monitor I have here, it just looks really nice, incorporating all my favorite colors together. I think this one is a winner of a fabric. So I picked up 3 meters of this. I don't actually remember how much that one was. I think that was the only one where I just didn't look at the price. The whole thing didn't go over 100 euros, so I'm assuming that's probably about between 10 and 15 euros a meter, probably. But yeah, that was what I picked up from the fabrics of the green dog. Now, I was saying before, I did pick up another two fabrics as I was going home because I walked through a market. So let me show you these now. As I was walking through Brussels Midi, which is where the main train station, where the Eurostar is, from there is like a big market. I'm not 100% sure if it's there every week or every day. We were walking through on a Sunday afternoon and it was still there. So as I was walking past this one place, I did see a bunch of brocades that were absolutely beautiful. First of all, I saw this one, which is really, really pretty. I mean, like, look at the print. It's kind of got like a tribal type feel to it, which I like. I always love a good tribal print, great for like festival season or whatever. But because it's in a brocade, it is black with gold and silver, and it's like iridescent and it's shiny and it's really, really pretty. So I also like that it's basically like in stripes, so it works really well for like pattern matching because you've got like points of reference, which is really, really good. This was going for €2 a meter. I could not believe it. So I picked up 3 meters of this, and let me show you what the other side looks like. So this like a, what is it, a brocade or a jacquard, but the other side, the inside, is basically the same thing but on the inverse. So like this is also really, really pretty. Like I like this bit as well. This is like, I'm going to a wedding, and you're like, I'm going to a rave. Wedding, festival, wedding, festival. So yeah, I quite like it. I'm still deciding which side I'm gonna use, but I definitely want to make maybe a pair of shorts with this. I think this would look really nice as like some type of like mini skirt. And the dress that I was thinking about making in the red like upholstery fabric would work equally as well in this fabric as well, possibly in the gold actually. So maybe I'll make it in the gold. Ooh, yeah, in the gold. So for my final fabric, this one I also picked up in the market, and this one I was really, really happy to find because I had seen a very similar fabric which I was considering buying in London on Berwick Street, where you can get the really expensive designer fabrics, because I hadn't seen it anywhere else. But it was £35 a meter. £35 a meter, and it's because I wanted to make a brocade blazer like the purple one that I'm currently making. Now this one was like in the golden black, and it was like in the Regency design. So when I found this, I was just like, this is exactly the same, and this was going for €2 a meter. Now this must have been very, very popular because there was only 2 meters left, so I took the end of the bolt and spent €4, and I got this beautiful like shimmering, beautiful, shining dress. So I haven't actually looked at the inverse. So the inverse is actually exactly the same as so the front and the back are exactly the same, but this is really, really pretty. And as you can see, this would look like a gorgeous dress, possibly one-shouldered. So again, for the idea that I had with the upholstery and that dress, this would also work really well, but this would also work as a blazer. I was considering also maybe making a bomber jacket in this, because like, why not? Bomber jackets you can pretty much make out of any fabric you want, and this would just be like a, maybe like an evening bomber. Yeah, I haven't really seen any evening bombers, but this would be definitely a cool fabric to make it out of, which I could wear like over like fancy dresses. So I'm very, very happy with that, and that is my entire fabric haul for this trip. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it and buying the fabrics. So you may see a couple of these come up more in depth as a Fabric Friday when I decide to actually use it for a project, and we can talk about exactly what I'm going to use it for, what patterns I'm going to use, should I make it up or whatnot, and then you'll be able to see the final finished project. I'm very, very close to finishing my brocade suit, and we can get on with making more videos for 2019. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching to the very end. I know it was a long one, so thank you for bearing with me. If you like that video, then hit that like button, send me a comment. I know you guys have a few favorites, so tell me which fabric was your favorite. What do you think I should be making with this stuff? And if you haven't already, then subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can find out when I have videos coming out, and I will see you guys in the next video.